Okay, next episode of What You Strappin'. Today, this is, let's see, it's better if I zoom in, less distortion. The Glycine Airman. So about the dust. Well, it is an airman, but it is called the Chief. Still an airman, but it's a reference to one of the very early airman models. Look it up, it's very interesting. Yeah, this has got the, I guess you would consider this an anthracite radiant dial, lovely blued hands. Love this one. It's probably my favorite watch currently. This is the purest version, and it is just has a 24-hour movement, so this will cycle through 24 hours once every 24 hours versus your typical 12-hour hands. I mean, not 12-hour dial and movement. I like it. It's different, in the way you read time, in visually comparing, just visually referencing what the time looks like at 10:10 or 10:15. Usually it's like that, and now it's like this. And 12 noon is not necessarily 12 high as it is. Since it'd be 12 noon would be right here, it'd be 12 low. But it's different, something to challenge and make reading time a little bit different, but it's not hard. It's really actually quite easy and intuitive because, half of this is AM and the other half is PM. And it's not hard. And if you think, oh, what time is it? You're not used to reading 24-hour military time. You just look at the back end of this hour hand, and it'll reference it. Not on this side, but on this side, after 12 to 24, say it's pointing at 16, then that means the tail end will be pointing at 4 o'clock. So that's 4 p.m. and consequently 19 hours, 1900 hours here. That would obviously be pointing at the 7, so that means 7 p.m. Just in case for some reason you're not used to thinking in those terms, it's a quick, easy reference. And I guess I'm going to do a review on this. I want to do a really good one because it's a really good watch, and I like the history of it and all. So I'm working on that. So I don't want to get into too much more other than to show you the strap that I'm on today. This is from Cheapest NATO Straps, and this might appear brown, but this is basically like a, I guess this is a canvas strap, but it's, I would say it's an olive drab color. It looks good with this kind of vintage and military style of watch. Again, this is a very popular model back during the Vietnam War era with the American pilots, as far as I understand. And it's very cool. And very thin, low profile. I think it's at most 12 millimeters thick, if not under that. And and the lugs do seem long, but they angle down enough. And even on my 6.875-inch wrist, it's fine. It's just, this is an older look, the way the lugs jut out and hang and stuff. But it's not, it all fits and works well with me. And I really like this watch. It's 22 millimeters, the strap. I don't know how much this costs, but it's from Cheapest NATO Straps, so it can't cost too much. And you will be wondering, if you don't have any experience, how is Cheapest NATO Straps? Is it really cheap? Price-wise, yeah, especially if you start to buy more. Quality-wise, overall not bad. I think almost everything is very passable or better than expected for the price. You can definitely save some money there. I would generally avoid, before I would say you would avoid leather straps from them. At least the Cavarjo, whatever, if you consider the K. That line, that's the one I've tried a couple times, and none of them really impressed me. They do feel kind of cheap and flimsy. It's the kind that has usually the old, I guess the vintage style with a simple, stitching here, usually contrasting, and maybe one at the end. I would avoid those, but almost everything else that's leather from them is actually okay. It's not too bad. and I'll probably show it to you in another episode of this. So anyways, that's it. Just back it up a little bit, and yeah, this is the glycine. The Chief. I feel funny saying The Chief, but that's what it says on the dial. Basically an airman. And have a good Friday.